Functionality is measured by KPIs. So functionality is, are all the features implemented? Does each feature work as intended? Those are great to have as KPIs, and you should definitely have those KPIs. But they're not necessarily directly linked to safety. You might also say, is testing progress on track per schedule? There's a great KPI for project risk, but it doesn't necessarily have that much to do with runtime safety. Runtime safety monitors take the system, they realize something bad's happening, and they trigger a risk reduction. Looks like you're about to have a crash, we're going to slam on the brakes. Looks like you're following someone too closely, we're going to back off from that. You also need to have those. But just because you have a mechanism to reduce runtime risk doesn't mean there's no defect in your system. The SPI is more about finding out the defects in the system via the safety case and fixing them so your runtime monitor doesn't need to activate. So safety feedback by SPIs asks questions like, did the runtime safety monitor miss something? Are there dangerous gaps in the operational design domain that are causing the runtime monitor to trigger too often, or that maybe the runtime monitor is not even designed to deal with? Are there problems with the requirements, design, upkeep, and so on? Are there dangerous gaps in the fault responses? So SPIs are about feedback at the design loop level rather than adaptation and feedback solely at runtime. There could easily be some things that are a KPI and also a trigger for runtime safety monitor and also an SPI. That's great, but the three concepts are fundamentally different, and any time when you see one that does all three, that's more of a coincidence than a fundamental property.